is 20-minute yoga. We're going to start in child's pose today. So if you don't have your mat rolled out already, go ahead and roll that out and make your way down to your mat. Couple quick announcements. As a reminder, we have Cube Fit Perform wrapping up this week. So if you're joining this class live, this is your final week of Cube Fit Perform. It's all about pulling exercises. So you'll see a little bit more of that dispersed in our Cube Fit classes, especially in core and strength this week. We also have Perfect Posture program happening this month. You've got until the middle of July to complete that program though, so you can still continue to improve your posture. And then we had our final or our last cooking demo last Wednesday. That recording is up on YouTube if you're looking for some fun recipe inspo. It was a good one. It's good for lunch, dinner. You can check that one out. All right, like I mentioned, we're starting in child's pose. So make your way down there, find a comfortable variation of this, whether knees are close or knees are wide. Blocks are a great prop for this, maybe beneath your hands if you want a little bit more opening through your chest, your shoulders, your biceps. Or if you want a little bit more support, you could place a block underneath your chest or under your forehead. Whatever feels good today. Once you land in your variation of child's pose, go ahead and deepen your breath. And I want you to focus on filling up through the rib cage so you can expand not only front to back, but also side to side. Think of filling up a balloon. And then whatever feels natural, maybe exhale through the mouth or the nose, whatever feels good today. But try and expel all of the breath. So think of blowing out some birthday candles. Really use your breath. Push it all the way out. Try and empty the lungs before you refill. I want you to take about 3 more rounds of breath like that on your own. Focus on the full inhale and the full exhale. And start to send your breath in and out of your nose now, turning on that Ujjayi breath or that nostril breath. Opening your eyes if they're closed. And start to lift your head, look between your hands. Walk your hands in. If you have blocks, just slide them to the top of your mat for now. You're going to lower down onto your forearms. So we're still in kind of that child's pose shape with our lower body. You can move the knees if it feels better. Take your right hand behind your head. On an inhale, tap your elbow to the mat. As you breathe out through your nose, open that right side. Lift the elbow towards the ceiling. Inhale, tap back to center. Exhale, use your breath to open even more. Inhale, center. Again, exhale, think of creating space so you can rotate a little bit more. Last 2 times. On this last one, I'm going to have you pause. Take the inhale, extend your arm high. On your exhale, thread the needle. So reach your arm through that open space. You can lift up onto your left hand at the same time and kind of slide your left hand forward to create a little bit more opening. And then if it feels okay, you can rest onto the right side of your head. If it feels good, press into your left hand a little bit. Big breath in. Exhale through your nose. Inhale, slide your right arm back to the center of your mat. Slide your left arm back so we're in that starting position. And exhale, go ahead and just rest, reset. Breathe in, take your hand behind your head, tap your mat. You know the drill on this side. Exhale, open up. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more times. On that next one, pause. Inhale, extend your arm high. Exhale. Exhale, thread the needle. So left arm goes beneath, right hand slides forward if you'd like, and then release, push into your right hand if that feels okay. Deepen your breath. Inhale, slide both of your arms back. Exhale, push into your hands, lift yourself up and make your way into tabletop. Go ahead and tuck your toes, bring your hands underneath your shoulder, and then just start to move around a little bit here. We were down on the shins for a bit, so getting that nice flexion in the ankles. Also starting to prep the wrists a little bit more, so rolling the shoulders maybe past your wrists as you circle around in both directions. And then maybe rock forward and back a few times. Then eventually rock back and you're going to hold. So you get that really deep stretch through the bottoms of both of your feet. If it feels good, if you want a little bit more, just go ahead and sway your weight a little bit more from side to side. Go ahead and rest. Come to center. Untug your toes. Let the tops of your feet rise heavy. We'll move through just 3 rounds of cat and cow. So make sure your wrists are under your shoulders and your arms are externally rotated. So we're going to spin the elbows to face the back of our mat. Inside of that arm faces forward. Shoulder blades are slightly pulled together and down as we kind of reach the top of the head forward. That's a good starting position. So we've got a lot of nice length in the neck. Breathe in, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chin, lift your tailbone. Exhale, round your spine, bring your chin towards your chest, tuck your hips under. Inhale, return to cow pose. Exhale, round into cat. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Tabletop, find that center ground, so we're right in between cat and cow. On your inhale, extend your right leg long behind you. Bring your heel in line with your hips. Try not to have your toes rotating out or your hip rolling open. We want the toes pointed down. We want the front of the quad, the knee pointing towards the mat as well. Inhale, extend your left arm forward. Your thumb points up. Feel your core engage. Hug your belly button in. Full breath in. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, repeat, extend. So just looking for that long line. Try not to lift the arm and leg higher than that. We want that nice long line parallel with the floor. Exhale, knee to elbow. Full breath in, reach. Full breath out. One more time, breath in. On your breath out, setting up for gate pose. So just your hand is going to come back to the mat. Just your toe finds the mat, and then you're going to spin open. Now this left leg, this lower leg that's on the mat, you can start to kind of lift it or walk it back, maybe that's the best term. Slide it back, might be better. Kind of any point, just for some balance, it's kind of like a kickstand. And then you'll continue to roll open, to stack your shoulders and to stack your hips in gate pose. So what can happen here, a lot of times we might roll that right shoulder and right hip kind of more center back towards the mat. I want you to really focus on squeezing the left glute. And just below that left shoulder blade to draw the joints to stack. Now, next option, on your inhale, lift your right leg, flex your ankle so you're really kicking through your heel. On your exhale, reach your right arm forward if you'd like. So lots of balance, stability, core work here. Continue to roll your shoulder open. Take one more full breath in. Option to stay, or taking a little bit further, you've got a little bit of core work, you're going to crunch knee to elbow. Breathe in, re-extend 2 more times if you'd like. Exhale, knee to elbow. Beautiful, full breath in. Exhale. Inhale, re-length, and then return to your mat, tabletop. Inhale, cat, or inhale, cow. Exhale to cat, flush that out. We're going to return to bird dog, this time on the other side, same flow. Breathe in, extend your left leg back. Toe points to the ground, knee points to the ground. Exhale, extend your right arm forward, thumb points up. Take another full breath in. Exhale, you know where to go, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Again. Last time. Exhale, same transition, just your right hand comes down, your left toe to the mat, start to spin open, find your gate pose as you breathe in. Stack your joints, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, option to lift your left leg. Exhale, option to extend your left arm forward, keep your joints stacked. Stay here or breath in. Exhale, crunch. Option for 3. Last one. Inhale, length. Exhale, return to tabletop. Breathe in for cow pose last time you're here. Breathe out for cat pose. Inhale to tuck your toes. Exhale, make your way up and back to downward facing dog. You can walk your hands a little bit forward if you'd like. Send your hips back and then up into your inversion. Bend your left knee a lot. Straighten your right leg. Send your heel towards the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push your chest towards your thighs. Switch sides. Bend your right knee, straighten your left. Again, breath in. Exhale, push your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, straighten both of your legs. Let your heels get heavy. It's totally fine if they don't touch the mat. Take another full breath in or out. In and out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, draw your knee towards your chest and then step your foot to the front of your mat. Either between your hands or to the outside of your hands. And then release your left knee, untuck your toes. On your inhale, walk your hands to the inside of your right foot if they're not already there. Ground through your left hand, and if you have blocks, you could adjust to take your left hand to a block. On your exhale, draw your right arm open for a twist. Stay for a full breath in. Stay for a full breath out. On your inhale, you're going to sweep both of your arms up towards the ceiling. Now, as you do this, feel free to walk your foot in so it's more centered and in line with the hip versus out towards the side of your mat, but see what feels good for that base. Take another full breath in. Full breath out, relax your shoulders. This time on your inhale, tuck your back toes, push the ground away and lift into crescent lunge. Readjust the legs as needed to, a really strong base. We want the front knee in line with the heel, not going out to the side or out to the front or out to the side. We want that nice long line. And we want the toes and the heel glued to the ground. So if you notice your heel lifting or your toes lifting, just readjust so you can get that strong base. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, we're going to spin open, find warrior 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, reach forward as far as you can. Once you hit that stopping point, tick-tock your hand so that your right hand goes to the inside of your thigh. Your left arm goes high. You can lower down further as long as those hips and the shoulders stay rolled open, just like in gate pose. So if you start to find your left hip or your left shoulder kind of dipping in or rotating towards the mat, walk your hand up and then reset. Open the hips, open the shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Rebend your front knee. Take your left hand to your left leg. Take your right arm high. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands to your mat to either frame your foot or hands can be on the inside. Step your right foot back to meet your left in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg now. Exhale, step forward. Release your right knee and untuck your toes. Hands walk to the instep if they're not already there. Option to take your right hand to a block. Inhale, extend your left arm forward, or your left arm up to a twist. And then exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, twist open a little bit more. Breathe in, take your hands back to the mat. Breathe out. If you'd like to adjust from here this time, you could walk your foot to be framed by your hands. And then on your inhale, arms reach up high. Find that modified crescent lunge. And if you didn't adjust the foot, you can adjust it now. Shoulders relax. Next breath in, tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Find your crescent lunge. Adjust the feet as needed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Another inhale. Exhale, roll open, find your warrior two. Shoulders relax, fingertips reach out long, legs stay active. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, reach forward, triangle pose. Same thing on this side. As soon as you start to feel that right hip or right shoulder roll in, I want you to walk your hand up and then restack, open through the front of the body. Full breath in and out. Inhale, rebend the front knee, reverse your warrior. So your right hand goes down your leg, your left arm goes high. Deepen your breath. Exhale, hands to your mat, step back downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. We're going to shorten this up a little bit. Exhale, step your foot forward, either outside or between your hands. Keep your back knee lifted. We'll rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, here's your pivot, open for warrior two. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, find triangle pose, and then pause, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to your mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step. Breathe in and rise, crescent lunge. Breathe out and open, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. On your exhale, reach forward and hinge, triangle pose. Pause here, deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to your mat, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, lift your heels. Exhale, lower your heels, push your chest towards your thighs. Release your knees, walk your hands in, and then go ahead and find a comfortable seat. If you have blocks, you could totally take a seat on the block just to bring your hips a little bit higher. If you prefer to take a seat back on your heels, totally fine. Or any other seated position that feels good. But go ahead and find that as quickly as you can. Then I want you to close your eyes. Take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Feel the heartbeat, feel the energy, the heat that you've created through that movement. And then come back to that full breath that we started with. Think of filling up a balloon. More so that visual, right? We want that to replicate. We want our lungs to replicate that. Expanding in all directions. So we breathe in front to back, side to side. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Again, full breath in, and we want little to no movement in the chest, right? We want to send the breath down and out so we fully use the diaphragm. Exhale to let it go. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Take your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for carving out these 20 minutes, for movement, for connection, for being present. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. I'm excited to practice with you again soon. Namaste. A wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Again, if you're joining live, this will be my last class for a bit, but I will be back in a few months. So look for Steph and Kimber subbing this one, and hope you guys take care. I will see you soon.